I was browsing Reddit this evening and I ran across this thread: 6 things I learned building 1,000 plus links in the past 2 years. Now, personally, having been in the online business world since 2009, so about 13 years at this point or so, I have engaged in link building in all different forms and iterations over the years. And I have to say that for me personally, I found it to be one of the most fruitless things I've done, right? For the amount of resources, time, and money I've put into it, the actual return I've gotten from it I've found to be very low. So at this point, I really don't do much link building. That said, I do know a lot of people that have very good success from link building, and link building is still a factor, a major factor in Google's algorithm. So on that note, I wanted to run through this post here and share my take with my own insights and experience-based anecdotes on link building and what this user is sharing as their 6 things that they've learned from building 1,000 links in the past 2 years. And 1,000 plus links is a lot of links. So let's jump into it here. First, number one, link building is not for the impatient. Sites that don't make their money by being a guest post farm are going to take forever to post your guest post. I'm talking 3 to 4 weeks, sometimes months, depending on content calendars. Yeah. If you're getting, negotiating link placement from the time that you decide, okay, we're going to get, your guest post up here, we're going to put your link on the site wherever, it can take weeks, it can take months, it can take weeks and months until you get that. So until you even get to the point of negotiating, and then months beyond that to get it published. So if you're engaging in link building, plan on doing it for a solid 6 months. Like 1 or 2 months just isn't going to cut it. But that is where most people fall off. So if you can maintain that same persistence for months on end, years on end, you'll get incredible, incredible results from it. Okay, next up, number 2, vet your sites. I would say when I do outreach, around 75% of the sites that email back with offers to buy links are complete trash. It doesn't take much to ruin a site, and it's easy to spot. The best way to vet a site is by using your eyes. You'll know automatically if the site is doing shady stuff. Okay, so they're saying 75% of the sites that email back with offers to buy a link are complete trash, right? So this isn't even just straight up guest posting. These people are responding, basically saying, hey, we'll publish your guest post for a fee. But they're complete trash, 75%. I would say most sites out there are complete trash, but what I'm wondering here is what they're doing to vet the sites that they're outreaching to. And personally, when I've done it, we have outreach lists and the sites are vetted before we even outreach to them. In this case, I'm guessing that they're probably just getting a list made somewhere, buying a list, doing some outreach, and then sorting it out then. But let's talk about, vetting the sites themselves and spotting them, because I don't rely on my eyes. What I like to rely on is actual traffic. So I opened up this example right here. I just put business.com into it. And when I'm looking at a website I might get a link from, or might pay for a link from, or might outreach to, I want to see that that website has actual traffic from Google and that it's sustainable over a period of time here. So I just put business.com in, not knowing what I was going to get. I did actually look at this because I started recording this and then cut the recording before I started again. So anyways, yeah, I have seen this. And, business.com's traffic. So mind you, up until 10 minutes ago, I did not know what I was going to get, but their traffic looks like something happened in 2017. Someone took it over, spiked the traffic, and yeah, here they are now. But they're getting 330,000 estimated unique visitors from organic traffic per month. They've been doing that for a few years, so this looks like a pretty good website. I always like to check this. Sites that just spike right up real quick or only have, a couple hundred's better than none, but no traffic, I'm really not interested in getting links from. So that's my vetting tool for the sites. Now at this point, I said that I started recording this before and cut it, but I did not get up to number 3. So this is where I've cut off. So this is all new to me. Number 3, follow up more than you feel comfortable with. I'm not going to go through and read this next paragraph here, but yeah, whenever you're trying to sell yourself, you need to follow up more than you feel comfortable with. You need to annoy the person that you're trying to get in contact with. And the worst thing that can happen is they say, no, go fuck yourself, or they just block you. If you want something, you want that link, you got to follow up and follow up. And maybe, on the first point of contact, they're like, yeah, it sounds like a good offer, or yeah, we want to publish from this person, but then they just got busy because it is a low priority and they shuffled you back. So do follow up. If you're running an outreach sequence, 3 follow-ups maybe more if you really want the link. Number 4, tactics run out. The more links you build, the harder it will be to find more. It's hard to imagine that DR 90 plus sites are still link building, but there's so many sites out there. You just need to be creative with how you prospect. Okay. So this doesn't make sense to me because how I've always done link building is by building relationships, and that has been the most successful. So once you open up that door and this person, agrees to publish your guest post or agrees to interview you or agrees to have you on the podcast, which I guess that's like an interview, or agrees to share your content in some way, now they personally know who you are and they've established that you're reputable. So in my experience, getting the first few links is the hardest. But as you go on, maybe the tactics run out. I guess you could say they run out, but it gets easier to get links. You get more and more because you have those connections, you know who actually publishes, and then your site gets more traffic and has links from other sources. So this whole ball of wax just keeps on building. I don't really agree with number 4 here on this post at all. The more links you build, the easier for me it has became, but getting those first few links from good sources has always been the hardest. Number 5, link swaps are a great resource. Many sites will not be buying or selling links, but they will be interested in link swaps. You don't have to do a one-to-one swap. You can buy them a link from somewhere else and then ask them to link to you. This way you aren't getting links that most people, aren't able to get. The sites often don't link out to many other sites as the sites that sell links. Okay. So this is interesting. So what they're saying is, hey, go to a link marketplace in some way, buy a link for somebody and see if they'll link back to you. I would love to know more about how they're negotiating that, because I would personally feel weird saying, hey, we're going to link to you, but now we want you to link to another site, and clearly the link that we gave you is from a shittier site. I can see how that would work, but I really don't like that. That just does not align up with my moral compass, so to say. And maybe this isn't a question of morality here and morals, but it's just not how I'd like to do things, but I can see this working. Number 6, don't make it complicated. To wrap all of this up, link building can seem like a huge endeavor. It kind of is, but once you start doing it, you realize that it's not that difficult. It's a lot of boring, repetitive data work. You can get creative and do custom outreach like BB the link builder does, but I prefer to work on the automated side. Okay, so there's not a lot of substance here, so let me just kind of inject, I guess I've been doing that, but let me inject something that's not complicated but is related, and that is building relationships. That is literally how you build the highest quality links. Establish yourself as an expert in the industry, build relationships, go to the industry convention, step out of your comfort zone, which I know as a website content publisher, a lot of us are introverts. I am naturally introverted. I do not like going to conventions and I do not do well at them. But there's a lot of value in going to those types of things and making those connections in your niche. Subsequently, that's not complicated, and that will ultimately get you the highest quality of links the easiest. So guys, that is my take on this topic. 6 things I learned building 1,000 plus links in the past 2 years, broadly speaking, on link building. What are your takes? Are there anything you feel like I missed out on here, that this poster missed out on? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, if you found this video helpful and insightful, do let me know in the comments below as well. I'd love to hear your feedback. And do me a sweet one, hit that like and subscribe button. That's a wrap on this video, guys. I'm signing off.